Alright, so we have the brand new Nearstream VK40 green screen kit. So this is good for streaming. It's also good for just any video work as well. That we are able to put any backdrop in your talking head videos or live streaming. When it comes to this, it's a very portable design, so it comes with everything that you need. It has tripod stands, it has light bulbs, it has soft boxes, a panel light, the actual backdrop itself, the green screen, all for around $200. So we're gonna go check this out. We're gonna install it first. So installing it is very simple. All you have to do is open up one of these tripods, and then you're going to go ahead and friction fit one of these stands on. So we have the panel here, so we're going to friction fit that. And you can go and angle it however you want.
I think it's friction fitted if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to put this right here. All right, and now we have the LED panel here. And on the LED panel itself, you can adjust the angle.
All you have to do to be able to pair it is get the remote that is included. You go ahead and turn it off, flick it on while holding the Wi-Fi button, and then it will automatically start pairing. You could change the Kelvin temperature with the remote. You could change the brightness and anything. And when it comes to installing the softbox, it's basically the same thing. You have friction fitted to the tripod itself. So once you set that up, you basically do that. You can fit it into two different ways. So you can fit it on vertically or horizontally through the tripod portion, which is pretty simple. And then you just obviously friction fit it to that port. Now when it comes to installing the bulb itself, all you have to do is basically push the middle part down, kind of like an umbrella, and then it magnetically fits into its spot. So you go ahead and put your bulb in, and this is a 5500 45 watt bulb, like the soft filter on it. It has Velcro on the outside, on the inside as well for the little soft portion, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. And then you just set up both of them and you're pretty much good to go.
So let's go ahead and turn this on. See how soft the diffusion is. This is going to be for the backdrop, so that's why there's two. You could probably see my light over here too. This is a cob light with a aperture dome. It's a more professional lighting, way more expensive. Just the cob light itself costs more than this entire kit. The dome box right here also costs more than this entire kit. So you can either do some professional lighting, or you can have something budget like this, which gets you set up and running for live streams and anything else like that on a budget, which is really, really helpful. So now let's go ahead and set up the green screen. Two tripods here on the side. These ones are a lot bigger than the ones that we're using for the lights in terms of height and thicker as well. But you can twist this off here. These are the middle poles. The end poles have bigger holes on the opposite ends. Use this, we could just put this on top, just like that. Attach the next pole here. One of the middle pieces, we just push this little piece down there, and it's good. Now for the other section, we're gonna do the same exact thing, and then we're gonna go ahead and raise this up a bit. We're gonna go and install the green screen now. This one's actually really heavy, so there's two ways to do it. You can feed it through the pole, which is good for if it's gonna be staying there for a while, or you can clamp it onto the top here. So let me go ahead and clamp it. So we're gonna do the corner or the edges first. So we're gonna raise it up as much as possible. Now the cool thing about green screens obviously is you can be as creative as possible. You could have this be just a white backdrop. You could have it be a black backdrop. I've done a bunch of green screen work in the past for professional video work. There we go, the green screen. Pretty nice. We already did it. Now the thing is, we have to apply the lights now to the backdrop, which is gonna take a while because I need to get a power strip to be able to use these. So let's go ahead and try to attempt it. So we're just gonna go ahead and use these two right here. Point it toward the backdrop. Key light here. We're gonna put this in the middle. You can see even at this brightness right now, it's really good. This one in the middle can change Kelvin temperature, but the other ones can't. That's why this one's focused in the middle, because it's gonna light up your subject. The backdrop, it is specific to only light up the backdrop. It doesn't have to be a Kelvin temperature. It doesn't have to be a certain brightness. It just has to be, the backdrop has to be lit up. So right now we do have just one light. All right, so now we're gonna apply this one right here, flip this one on, and that's pretty much it. So now the backdrop is fully lit up. Probably move these off to the side. But yeah, there we go. Now I mean, obviously it's moving and stuff, but the subject is good, the backdrop is good on either end, so now we could just keystone ourselves. So this is what it's going to look like. Obviously we have nothing on the backdrop now, and now we have something. I honestly don't know what I'm going to put on here. You could honestly just do like a white backdrop, a wood backdrop, a stone brick backdrop. You could be in a video game itself. I'm not a VFX artist or anything when it comes to that, so I don't know how to do a bunch of realism when it comes to green screen. That requires a lot of years of practice, and I just have never branched out to that version just yet. So I'm going to show you a few green screen situations where I used green screen, and I'll show you like some of the big projects that I've done a few green screen work. Now the differentiation between the backdrop, if you're too close to it, yes, you will have a shadow. You'll create a shadow that will be permanently on the green screen. You want to be separated from the backdrop. That way you don't create shadow. The whole reason for the lights to light up the backdrop is to eliminate as much shadow on the backdrop as possible. Shadows are created also through creases and everything, so it's important to actually steam out your backdrop if you plan to use it for a lot of video work. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like, we have obviously one of the lights right here, the green screen, which obviously looks huge, and then we have the middle light, the tripod here in the middle, and the backdrop light, the second one. The clamps here are one on either corner for top and the side, and then one on the bottom there just to hold it together. But it looks good. We have that on either end. So yeah, this is a really nice key light. Like, you can see the soft diffusion when it comes to it. It's not harsh on the eyes, so I could actually like look directly at it, which is nice. I love soft lighting that you don't have to like be flash banged by in order to have good lighting. That's why soft lighting is important.
Alright guys, I also want to show you guys how to use a green screen on this so you can actually be able to stream just like how most people do stream like this. This is what it's going to look like. We're using the Anker C200 webcam as well as the Firefly microphone here. So if you guys want to check out the equipment that I use, you can check it out. I'll leave a link in the description for everything I use for my live streams. So if you guys want to check it out, you can see my green screen here in the background. We only have one light on it shining in the back. We have a good separation between us and the backdrop itself. That way there's no spill whatsoever. Alright, so it's super simple to actually set this up. We have the video capture device, which is our webcam, and then the backdrop. If we start from fresh, you go ahead and just equip your webcam, and then it's going to look like this. So you go to filters, and then you have chroma key. So you add this on the bottom. This is what it looks like without that. And then if we go ahead and use like, so we're going to add a chroma key. This is what it's going to look like without any adjustments. You can adjust the softness on it, which by default it is really good. It looks good even on the screen here, so it's perfect if you do live streams all the time. This is what it's going to look like.